Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raymond Cremin, and today I'm going to speak with you about sports and how they can create a better world. Let me start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm 12 years old, and I was born and raised in this great city of New York. I'm a guitar player and vocalist. I've often been described as someone who eats, sleeps, and lives sports. My true passion is basketball. Call me lucky or unlucky, but I was born into a Knicks household where the motto was once a Knick, always a Knick. Some of you can share my pain. I look up to so many great sport figures like Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. We all know that sports can benefit you physically and mentally. They can help improve your stamina, self-esteem, memory, and memorization. Staying active can keep kids from becoming addicted to their screens and from becoming obese. Staying active can also help kids live a longer and healthier life. But yet, society is trying to take away physical education in schools to make more room for educational content. I can honestly say I can concentrate much more on an educational topic after getting some of my energy out. Kids who stay active score 40% higher on tests and are 15% more likely to go to college, which will lead to less drug use and addiction. I, as many of you are, am a victim of screen time. But anytime I have a chance to go to the park and play ball with some friends, I take up that offer. Sometimes after school, I have games or practices, and it's such a positive thing to look forward to. One time, I absolutely flunked my math test. My average went down, and everything felt terrible. That same night, I had a game, I played my heart out, and had one of my best games. It truly cheered me up after a hard day. Anytime I see a ball or a court, my whole perspective changes. Funny how a piece of orange leather can do that. Over the last 2 years, my school has started to participate in CYO. We have a basketball and track and field team. I'm so grateful to the parents and faculty for making this possible for us. My dad, being the coach, also lets me develop a stronger bond with him. I've learned a lot. I've learned how important it is to pick someone up after a tough play or call, and it's invaluable, not just on the court, but in life. The most valuable player on a team isn't the best scorer, the best defender, the best shooter, but rather a team player. Has anyone ever heard of Zone 21? No? Well, it's a town south of Guatemala City with a very high crime and murder rate. Well, what does this have to do with sports? Sports is what changed this place. Kids were afraid to go outside because of the constant fear of getting kidnapped or murdered. But then, Diego Sarvea and a few others decided to watch the children play in the park after school, so these kids didn't have to worry about being killed, but worry about being kids. Have you ever been at a restaurant and suddenly a game's on TV? You're cheering on a team of perfect strangers. You could be on the bus or subway and you're conversing with someone you never even met before. An event closer to home was the 2001 World Series Game 3. President Bush threw out the first pitch. The crowd erupted and rose to their feet. The chanting of USA throughout the stadium showed that New Yorkers, and frankly, the world, that it was time we start healing. President Bush actually said this was the most nervous moment of his presidency. This man commanded the country during 9/11, yet he was more scared to throw out a pitch. The Munich massacre was attacked in 1972 Olympics in Munich. 11 Israeli Olympic competitors were taken hostage and eventually killed. This was a very sad time, but rivals and allies alike came together to mourn with Israel. Sports brought people together who couldn't even stand another day without them. I've been fortunate enough to attend several basketball camps where I made bonds with great people who I would not have met without sports. I've also had the chance to meet many NBA players. I've played one-on-one with Kristaps Porzingis, taken great advice from 3 players, Walt Frazier and even John Wallace, also Enes Kanter. Playing or enjoying a sport is universal. Your race, religion, gender have no bearing on your ability. Pure talent and hard work is what gets you there. There are highs and lows. For example, waiting to see what draft pick your team gets, or in the Knicks fan case this year, the pick you didn't get. Passion is always there and the driving force. Putting my thoughts together for you today really put a lot in perspective. It showed me how much sports have an impact on me, and frankly, the world. I will continue to pursue my dream of being in the NBA, and being a top draft pick would be a realization of that. Being to have a career would be great. But with sports, I believe anything is possible. My name is Raymond Cremin. I thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.